Of gunfire, dozens of rounds fired.
That's an AR.
And those in the crowd dropping to the ground or trying to take cover. There was confusion and panic.
We're going to get trampled if we don't go.
We're going to get trampled if we don't go. Let's go.
And few places to hide. It soon became clear the shooting was coming from above, at a room on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel.
Right now, we need your truck. We just need to get people over to the hospital, okay?
Okay, go ahead. Put them all in the back.
Okay.
Festival goers were easy
towards
targets.
the side over there. You know what? This person right here. Hold up, hold up. Can we get this person in here?
They started shooting. Everybody thought it was like fireworks or something at first, and then people just started dropping around us, and everybody tried to stay down, and every time like a group would get up to try to run away, they just start shooting again. I basically got a lot of people that probably have passed away's blood on me, and there was a lot of dead bodies. A lot of people were just piling on top of whoever, even if they're bleeding or not, just to stay down. So I know I have a lot of people's blood on me right now.
People all over on the floor, the grassy area in front of the stage, were just like some were falling and some were screaming and yelling and running. And we were in this tower up on top, and it's like everyone said hit the floor. So everyone was just like literally laying on top of each other, trying to get out of the way. And the shots just kept coming. And so we were going down, and when we got down, there was a man that was shot right there. They were trying to take him out. He was all bloody and he was unconscious. And one of my friends was helping him out.
The emergency response was huge and fast to deal with what one witness called a massacre. And while some fled, others stayed to help.
Put your camera down and come help me. I have to move like several bodies out of the way. Put your camera down, please.
I'm coming.
Multiple gunshot wounds, please.
There was people underneath the stage that we actually ended up pulling out that were all shot as well. And I had a safe harbor place that I kind of cleared out that I deemed safe for myself, because I went up and back a few times with a couple of deceased bodies, and I was trying to help some of the family members pull them up. I know Jason Aldean was inside of his trailer as well, and then SWAT ended up going in and escorting him out. But at that time, the whole venue was absolutely, there was nobody left inside.
At least 50 people were killed, including off-duty police officers, with more than 400 people reported injured. It prompted this address to the nation from the president.
I will be visiting Las Vegas on Wednesday to meet with law enforcement, first responders, and the families of the victims. In moments of tragedy and horror, America comes together as one.
Audience on the 32nd floor. SWAT has explosive breach. Everyone in the hallway needs to move back.
Breach, breach, breach.
Police say the suspected gunman took his own life after SWAT teams blasted their way into his hotel room. We now know his identity.
Our suspect was identified as Stephen Craig Paddock, 64 years old, a white male from Mesquite, Nevada. We have no investigative information or background associated with this individual that is derogatory. The only thing we can tell is he received a citation several years ago, and that citation was handled as a matter of normal practice in the court system. We believe the individual killed himself prior to our entry.
The police say they don't believe this attack was terror-related. If not, what did motivate such killing on a scale even America has never seen before? Greg Milam, Sky News, Las Vegas.
Greg now joining us live from Las Vegas. Hello to you, Greg. We're hearing from the president that flags should fly at half-staff until the 6th of October, and he will be making his way west on Wednesday.
Yeah, he will, and he'll come to a city that is still dealing with what is still an ongoing situation. They've had a couple of hours of daylight here now, but still at the Mandalay Bay, which is across the other side of that car park behind me, it is still an operation to make sure that there are no other victims there, and that's why the police have been very careful in the numbers they've used about those who've died and those who've been injured, because they do believe that those numbers could still increase, and particularly the number of people who've lost their lives in what is already the worst mass shooting in American history, that those numbers might rise. It's such a chaotic scene. 22,000 people in that venue when the shooting started, and you heard the intensity of that gunfire and the fact he was able to reload, and it lasted between 5 or 10 minutes, according to many people who were there and listening to it, the possibility that more people were caught up. At the same time, the investigation is moving apace in looking into this man, Stephen Paddock. They've gone into his home, which is in a place called Mesquite, about an hour away from here. They found more weapons and ammunition there. Still no indication of what led him to carry out this shooting. The police say there they've had no contact with him, even for parking tickets, or Mary Lou Downey, the roommate who they were looking for and located overseas, and are pretty confident she had nothing to do with this. But all of those elements of this investigation very much ongoing, because this is now all about getting to the reasons why. They say it's not terror related, but it's very clear that was a terrorizing event for those thousands of people there, and they will want answers along with everyone else.
Okay, for now, thank you. Meantime, Emily Tisch-Suzman, Campaign Director, Center for American Progress, which campaigns on gun control, joining us from Washington. Hello to you. Thank you for joining us.